Centralia was once a real place, a small town in Pennsylvania, USA. It was nestled in the coal region. Life there was pretty straightforward mostly. People knew their neighbors. Kids played in the streets. It was a typical American small town, a place you might drive through and barely notice. The town sat on something valuable. Underneath the houses and shops lay huge amounts of anthracite coal. This coal was a big deal. It burned hot and clean. Many homes and industries used it. So mining was the main job here. It was how families made a living. For many years this worked out fine. The mines provided work. The town grew and prospered. It had schools, churches and businesses. Everything a community needs. People felt secure mostly. They thought life would go on like this. The coal seemed endless, but the ground beneath held a secret. A dangerous one, as it turned out. The old mines were a maze of tunnels, like a giant ant farm underground. Empty spaces and leftover coal. No one thought much about it, not until a fateful day in 1962. Then everything started to change. It all started in May 1962. The town council had a small problem, a landfill near an old cemetery. It was full of trash, you see, and it needed to be cleaned up. This was a pretty normal task. Towns deal with trash all the time. They decided on a common solution. Their plan was to set the trash on fire. This sounds a bit odd now, but back then it was often done. A quick way to get rid of waste. So they hired some volunteer firefighters to do the job carefully. They set the dump ablaze, hoping to clear it out. The problem was the landfill was poorly chosen. It was located in an old strip mine pit and near an opening to the deeper mines. The fire was supposed to be contained, just burn the surface trash. But it didn't quite work out that way. The fire found something else to burn. A vein of anthracite coal was exposed. The fire crept down into that coal seam like a sneaky little thing. It ignited the coal in the abandoned mine. No one noticed at first. They thought they had put the landfill fire out. But underground, it was just getting started. A tiny spark, a moment of carelessness. That's all it took to begin the disaster. At first, life in Centralia went on. People didn't know about the fire. It was burning deep underground. Slowly it started to spread through the network of old mine tunnels, like blood through veins but made of fire. It was a hidden menace, growing larger day by day. Then strange things started happening. A funny smell hung in the air like sulfur or burning rubbish. Smoke and steam began to rise from cracks in the ground, in backyards, basements and fields. Vegetation started to wither and die. The earth itself seemed sick. The reality of the situation dawned slowly. This wasn't just a small fire, it was a huge underground inferno. The ground became warm to the touch. In some places it was dangerously hot. Toxic gases like carbon monoxide seeped out. People started getting headaches and feeling ill. Then sinkholes appeared, swallowing parts of the earth. Imagine living in a place like that. Your own home, no longer safe. The ground beneath your feet, literally on fire. You couldn't see the flames mostly, but you could feel the heat. You could smell the fumes, and you knew it was there. A constant, terrifying reminder of the danger. The fire changed everything for Centralia's people. Their homes were no longer safe havens. The air they breathed was poisonous. The ground could collapse at any moment. Health problems became common. The stress was enormous, you can imagine. The community, once tight-knit, began to fray. Neighbors argued about what to do. The government tried to help, eventually. It was a complicated problem. Putting out a mine fire is incredibly hard and very, very expensive. They tried digging it out, they tried flooding it with water, they tried smothering it with fly ash, but nothing seemed to work for long. The fire was too big. So in the 1980s, a decision was made. The government offered to buy people's homes. Most residents took the offer. They had to leave their town behind, their memories, their community, everything. It was a heartbreaking choice. A few stubborn souls refused to leave. They stayed for as long as they could. Today, Centralia is mostly gone. The houses have been torn down. Nature is slowly reclaiming the land. Roads are cracked and buckled. Warning signs tell you of the danger. The fire still burns beneath the surface, and it could burn for hundreds more years, a mistake that turned a town into a ghost.